Thank you, Sandy. As you can see right now, we're currently sitting at 58 degrees, but it's probably feeling a lot colder because of that 16-mile-per-hour winds. Now, if you really want to catch sunset, it's down at 7 p.m. So grab those sweaters and see it. It's amazing, really. Now on to your 5-day forecast. Now, the rest of the week is going to look primarily the same. You're going to be in the low 60s to mid 70s. But on Friday right here, 70 degrees. It's going to look a little bit warmer, but it's actually not. It's going to be cold the very next day on Saturday. The rest of the nights are going to be reaching at 40 degrees. So grab those jackets, bundle up. And that's it for your weekly 5-day forecast. Back to you, Sandy. How's it going, Titan sports fans? My name's Adam Miranda. I'm standing in front of Godwin Field and Anderson Family Field, home of the future renovation sites. But first, on to our top story. Deshaun Watson is now facing 6 more additional lawsuits of sexual misconduct. That brings the total up to 13 cases. Deshaun Watson's been making headlines all season long after first demanding a trade and now for sexual misconduct. One of those cases is alleged sexual misconduct as recently as March 21st. Now on to some sad news for Lakers fans. Elgin Baylor, the former Lakers star, passed away earlier today. Elgin Baylor was a 14-year veteran who made 11 All-Star appearances. Baylor also passed away from natural causes, and he was 86. He's also often credited as the first high flyer in the NBA, giving way for Michael Jordan and LeBron James. Now on to the reason why I'm out here, the softball and baseball teams. The Cal State Fullerton women's softball team went 18-11 after winning 5 of their last 5 games. They just swept UC Davis in a 3-game series, and they're on to their 5th consecutive title. Hopefully they can capture it. Now on to the baseball team. The baseball team had a big weekend as well, playing UC Santa Barbara, splitting the series 2-2. They won the game in walk-off fashion after Isaiah Garcia hit a sacrifice fly to score Zach Liu in the bottom of the 10th inning, giving the Titans a 10-9 victory. Now, Santa Barbara is also ranked 21st in the nation, and they're looking to capture their division title as well. But Cal State Fullerton made a big statement this weekend. Now, baseball is often known as America's favorite pastime, and we all love to play it. But one team is taking it back to its roots.
On a typical day, Disneyland is filled with happy children, parents, cars, and buses dropping off guests in this area right behind me. But today, there are no cars, no smiling children, or buses.
Baseball is referred to as America's favorite pastime, but the game has changed so much since it first began. One team, however, is taking it back to when it first began, the Fullerton Fire Knockers. And as you can see right behind me, they're getting ready for practice. The Vintage Baseball Association was founded in February of 1996 to pay tribute to the game once forgotten. In 2017, the SoCal Vintage Baseball League began play. 2 years later, the Fire Knockers founder Rich Big Train McIntosh decided he wanted a new way to play the game he loved.
I'm a baseball guy. I love the history of baseball, watch baseball all the time, play baseball. We were really tired of playing softball, and this was something that was more baseball, but we weren't playing with the younger guys in like the 18 and over league. That it's got a little bit of historical, value to it, which is nice.
Current players enjoy getting lost playing the game from the decades forgotten.
We do our best to use our nicknames and stick to all that. There's no batting gloves out here. You kind of get lost in everything, and I play this game much differently than I played hardball in my life.
Even new players are excited about the opportunity to relearn the game.
Well, I'm a historian. I actually graduated with my master's from Cal State Fullerton just this last January here. And so that right there, with baseball and being a historian, how could I not love the game?
Everything is authentic to the period, from the rules, uniform, and even equipment. The uniforms maker K&P Weaver has worked on major Hollywood films, most notably the popular movie A League of Their Own, about the Women's Baseball League of 1943. The Fire Knockers are ready to start 2021 back in 1886, and one thing is certain, this team is a blast.
There you go!
From the past. In Buena Park, Adam Miranda, OC News. Known for fine dining and a relaxing atmosphere, Bayside Restaurant in Newport Beach has been able to find success even with difficult restrictions of the COVID-19 measures.
It's been pretty challenging. The hardest part for start out was just getting people to come back to work. We started off doing a takeout, and we did that for about a month, and then they allowed us to do outside seating. So we set up a little area outside, it's about 15 tables, and now we've grown to about 47 tables. So we put up a tent outside, we have heaters, We do have our back patio as well, which is also covered.
It's been a little crazy and chaotic at first, I will say, but things have honestly calmed down a little. We've been able to figure out how to work with everything and adjust to this whole pandemic.
Unlike many other restaurants that have struggled through the pandemic, Bayside has found success during this difficult time. So far, they have even seen an increase in business as they head into the holiday season.
We're busier than we usually were, so we're actually, our numbers are probably almost double what they were last year. Yeah, so far we haven't laid anybody off. I've actually hired probably 13 new people, including servers and bussers and food runners.
But despite all the restaurant's current success, some employees still have concerns with possible shutdowns and rising COVID cases.
There is speculation that OC could close completely too, so that's definitely a worry.
I'm hoping my family doesn't get corona or me get sick and bring it home to my family because I'm working with so many people. Right. You know, so that's my concern, just being sick and taking it home and not knowing that I'm sick.
Once filled with tables and guests, Bayside has forced to adjust their plans due to the pandemic. The restaurant's manager, Damian Merrill, has met the challenge brought on from the pandemic, working tirelessly to properly distance patrons and train his staff to handle the circumstances.
Oh, they did a good job handling everything, you know, how to keep us prepared for stuff, sanitizing everything, and yeah, he did a good job helping us out.
The live music, great food, and delicious desserts keep guests coming back. But unlike many other restaurants, this one expects no layoffs, no loss of business, and continued success this holiday season. For the report in Newport Beach, I'm Adam Miranda.